So what can an artist do in 2026 that can switch it up, change the trajectory of how they approach music?
I mean, we talk about this a lot, and we actually use this approach in the businesses that we own. And I think these artists need to start using this model and putting it in their own stuff when it comes to their music. They need to go direct to consumer. And what I mean by that is instead of getting excited about, recording a song to put it on the DSPs, put it on Spotify, places like that, the math don't make sense. You get less than a penny per stream, right? You just alluded to it. You got to get over 1,000 streams to see any real money. The math don't make sense. So to me, it would make more sense going forward that these artists need to figure out a way where they get cut out the middleman, i.e. Spotify, and they need to just go direct consumer.
But that direct to consumer approach then leads to how do they carry audiences? Because we both know, although from what we can see, IG is just varied. It doesn't really equate to actual sales, no matter how much Adam Mosseri gets up there and tells you that he's trying to make a way for creators to make a living. There's no way. The algorithm is too saturated. It doesn't give you the bang for the buck. And at the end, if you violate any of his terms, then he's going to yank your account. So what I would rather see artists use algorithms that aren't as saturated, right? And build the audience. Don't put so you can't monetize if you put your songs on DSPs or YouTube. So if you can't monetize if you put it on DSPs, you're never going to monetize unless you have, you know, 500 million streams a day, right? So that would make sense to X out the DSPs, focus more on YouTube because it's trying to get into the Spotify title game, right? So its algorithm is not going to be as saturated because a lot of people don't look at YouTube in a way that says, hey, I can monetize here. And actually, you might end up monetizing more on YouTube through various ways, through the actual music, through actual brand sponsorships, deals as your audience grows. And you can also start redirecting them to your paywall, whether that be Patreon or if it's your own website, to where they can get the exclusive things that you're offering, whether it be the music, the merch. And I saw a great post today about, you know, a lot of people, their first instinct is to go with t-shirts, hoodies. But if you talk about cars in your music 24/7, why not do something related to a car? Air freshener, right? Something, if you're a 420 kind of cat, sell a lighter, do a lighter, like get a little bit more jazzy. Larry June, I did see that he sells juice on his website. Like there's like and he likes to bicycle through San Francisco. So there's different marketings. You got to do it to what's unique to you, and that is where you're going to engage your audience. But you also got to think about your visuals too. And we talked about that as well. You got to look at your visuals and you got to tell a story. And I think that's where the performative content loses context in a way if the visuals aren't done right. Right.